Hi, I'm Anne. I am a mum. I'm a probation officer, and I've been a Christian since I was about 5. So I was brought up being taught about Jesus. But then there was a day I remember being in my grandmother's house, and she had a wooden crucifix up on the wall, and we didn't have anything like that in our home. But I remember looking at it and just almost this feeling of like a penny dropping that, oh, that's real. Like Jesus did that for me. And at 5 years old, I just remember feeling like, oh, I believe it. I know it's true, and that's really how it started for me. Over the years, people have said to me things like, well, faith is a crutch for weak people, or things to that effect. And to be honest, my response to that is sort of like, yeah, I am weak. I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm human. But that's the beautiful thing about having faith in Jesus, is because I don't have to try and be this perfect, strong person all the time. Jesus is that for me. So I don't have to find the strength to get everything right, or, to get through the hard things that life throws at you. I can always turn to Jesus, and he's the only thing that never lets me down. It's lovely to have a great family and great friends, but they're also human, and there's no scale on how much you need Jesus. The fact is, we all do, and that's sort of really why I have a faith, I guess. I don't know whether I've probably had lots of moments throughout my life. Being a teenager, that brings its own rocky things, and having a faith through being a teenager was definitely a brilliant thing. But I think now, as an adult, being a probation officer is probably where I felt my faith has carried me through day to day. And just obviously being in probation, you read a lot of things that are quite hard, and you meet a lot of very interesting and the type of people who family and friends will say, I don't know how you work with people like that. But because of the faith I have, I don't see them like that. I don't see them as these horrible people who have done these awful things. Like, even though, they are awful things, they're still people who are loved by Jesus. And there have been days when I've walked out thinking, if I didn't have Jesus in my life, I don't know how I would have dealt with that appointment, or how I would have sat across the table from that person and not been angry or upset, or things like that. So for the day-to-day in my job particularly, it's everything. To be honest, I look at my colleagues who don't have a faith and just think, I don't know how you do it, because it's only through seeing them through Jesus's eyes that I think I can do the job well.